Hello everyone, this is our reporter presentation. Our group members have 徐欣欣、郑旭、于子杰、陈传吉、何梦瑶。I'm 徐欣欣。Let me introduce consent. First, HIM reporters of Russia enterprises. Second, HIM reporters of Japanese enterprises. The last one, HIM reporters of Korean enterprises.
1. Human Resources Management Reports of Russia Enterprises. 1.1 Current Situation of Human Resources Management in Russia. The situation and future development trend of human resources in Russia are not optimistic. It is even in a state of crisis. The first one, there is a shortage of labor resources. 2. The natural population growth rate of Russia has decreased. 3. The proportion of people over working age is rising. 4. The gender ratio of males and females in the population structures is unbalanced. 5. The brain drain is serious. 6. The uneven distribution of population in different regions seriously restricts social. 1.2 How do Russia companies deal with their human resources in China? The first one, expand the introduction of relevant professional talents. Second, strength management, training and education. Third, establish and improve the performance appraisal system and develop a sound enterprise salary system. 1.3 The extent to which multinational companies view human resources management differently in different environments. The human resources management mode of Russia enterprises is still very old and has not changed with the change of economic system. The human resources management of many Russian enterprises can no longer meet the needs of enterprise reform and development under the condition of market economy. China's human resources management model does not copy the Western model, but combined with Chinese traditional culture. There are some positive influences in traditional Chinese culture, such as the people-oriented spirit of unremitting self-improvement and the Marx spirit of etiquette. 1.4 Cross-cultural differences between Russia and Chinese companies. In the Russia corporate culture, the authority of power is recognized, but every employee is an development individual. It is normal to argue and disagree at work, and often rely on the opinions of leaders when making decisions. Employees pursue personal achievement, attach importance to personal management and work. In Chinese corporate culture, the emphasis on teamwork, the pursuit of harmony, and the avoidance of direct disputes requires collective decision-making, corporate cohesion, and relationships. 1.5 Differences in business practices between Russia and Chinese companies. There are 5 differences in human resource management between Chinese and Russian enterprises. 1. The labor market situation is different. 2. The perfection of labor legislation. 3. Employee mobility in different companies. 4. Different compensation systems are different. 5. The influence of enterprise human resource culture is different. 2. Human resource report of Japanese enterprises. 2.1 How do Japanese companies deal with China's human resources? 1. Employ employees with Chinese and Japanese cultural backgrounds to understand local conditions. 2. Establish a sound performance appraisal system and optimize the salary system. 3. Further optimize the staff training system and career planning. 4. Take cross-cultural human resource management as the company's long-term strategy to promote cultural integration. 2.2 Different understanding of human resource management. Human resource management in a Japanese enterprise. In a Japanese environment, they are people-oriented and attach importance to the role of people. Japanese enterprises have a high level of human resource management, which provides equal development of opportunities for each employee and encourages them to explore their potential. Enterprises strengthen the sense of loyalty. The relationship between leaders and employees is not only the relationship between superiors and subordinates, but also between close friends and partners. Collectivism and team spirit. Japanese enterprises attach great importance to the cultivation of collectivism and team spirit. Protecting the interests of the whole team is the guarantee of enterprise development. Human resource management of Japanese enterprises in Chinese environment. Position management mode with a set of major job responsibilities. Human resource localization model, allocation of middle and lower level managers according to the actual environment. Multinational companies, depending on different circumstances, employ a large number of people from the country to fill the middle and senior management positions. Enhance cultural integration, enhance the cohesion of the company, give local companies a sense of belonging, and cultivate their team spirit. Improve the host country employee salary system to form a fair salary level system. 2.3 Cross-cultural differences of Japanese enterprises in China. The first is lofty collectivism spirit. Second is seek balanced development in competition. The last is awareness of danger and crisis. 2.4 Differences in the practice of Japanese enterprise management model in China. The one is Japanese management model trial system. The other is transition from permanent to short-term employment.
3. Human Resources Report of Korean Enterprises in China. 3.1 HRM Background in Korean International Enterprises. 1. The rapid development of industrialization in South Korea. 2. Promotion of vocational qualification assessment. 3. Constantly improving measure of the employment of the unemployed. 3.2 Basic theory of human resource management in Korea. 1. Quasi long-term loyalty. 2. Hierarchy and self-management. 3. New personal assessment. 3.3 South Korean human resources management has the following characteristics. The company has a high degree of familiarization, emphasizes non-material incentives and cooperative cultural incentives. The rule of love and emotion are combined for a comparison of corporate culture between Chinese and Korean enterprises. After World War II, South Korea was deeply influenced by Western culture, which has been integrated into corporate management to a constant extent. But Chinese has long been a typical representation of Eastern culture. Corporate culture has always been influenced by traditional ideas. Although Chinese and Korean corporate culture emphasize collectivism, there are still some differences. The values and the culture of Chinese companies focus more on group interests than individual interests. The collectivism emphasized by Korean enterprises is usually to get the individual interests and maximum the overall interests of the enterprises. South Korean companies value hard work, enterprises, and the spirit of adventure. Chinese enterprises prefer to seek success while maintaining stability. The end. Thank you for your watching.